Hello everyone, it's me again. I thought I'd do something a bit different in today's video, so I'm going to be showing you my journey with animation so far. So I'll tell you a bit about my experience with it and how I actually learnt this stuff. Let me show you before I get carried away and yap your ear off. So that's some of what I've done so far. Some of you may be thinking, well, the One Piece animation or the Ponyo one was nowhere to be seen, but I didn't really want to put them in there because I was learning animation at that time, but I kind of wasn't. And I feel like this stuff is really the main focus and the start of my animation journey. My experience with animation, so it's been pretty good. There are many resources, which I will show you later, and they really do help. They are very informative and well made, entertaining, and a lot of them are fun to follow along. Animation is fun for the most part, but when it's not going your way, wow, it really can get to you. Like looking at your drawings and it doesn't turn out the way you want it, or the movement just isn't turning out right. The problem for me, mostly, was the drawing and just getting started. But two things I learned along the way really helped to stop this, and number one was just getting it down, and the second one was you don't need to be a good artist to animate. The first one was very important because I had always thought that you needed to flesh out a solid idea, but in reality you can even just have the skeleton is fine, and it doesn't have to be perfect at the start. And even though it's kind of hard to like get out of that feeling, out of that mood, or that mindset, I mean, it definitely is important. And the second one was probably the hardest because you're probably like, what do you mean you don't need to be good at drawing to animate? But once I understood that animation isn't about capturing a drawing or like just illustration, it's about capturing a movement through the medium of drawing. The focus was never the drawing in the first place, even though it is important. The movement and how it feels is what really matters. You can have a great drawing, but if the animation is off, like if it's ass as hell, it isn't worth much. The viewer isn't going to enjoy it. If it's choppy, they're not going to watch it. But if your animation is good, solid, great, and the drawings are you know what I mean, they probably care less. You know, don't get me wrong, drawing is important, very important. But when you're learning and beginning, even later on practice and development, you don't need to draw like Leonardo da Vinci to animate. Just do it. Get the thing that you want down on the page. Now, that's enough of my rant, my little lecture, that whole last seminar that I just gave you. And now let me show you the references, and I guess I'll leave you be after that. So for my references and my resources, I got them from many places. You can find loads of them on YouTube with just a quick search, but here's some of the ones that I used. So I'm going to go through some videos and websites that I think are good for the basics of animation and just like the beginning stages. To be honest, most of the stuff that I'll be showing you is kind of for the beginning, but these are definitely more so for beginning and starting off. So this one here teaches you the 12 principles of animation, so squash and stretch and anticipation, all that good stuff. It's very useful, and in my opinion this is a must watch. These two show you some basic exercises for animation, such as the bouncing ball, pendulum swings, all of that stuff, and one of them is by Modern Day James, and I'd recommend him for a lot of other tutorials. He has many great tutorials on his channel, so check him out as well. Here are some for timing charts and in-betweens. These helped me a lot because timing charts were actually something that I had a very big struggle with. I understand them now, but they can be kind of hard to get your head around with at the beginning, so I definitely recommend these videos. So yeah, this is another must-watch, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna kind of flash through some of the channels that I recommend using, and kind of some honorable mentions for channels, because some of them, even though they're not for, you know, tutorials and all of that stuff, they have some good playlists that they've made, or, you know, you can find a lot of resources that they use on their channels. That's what I'm trying to get at, but yeah, here they are. Now onto the honorable mentions. I can only really think of one. They don't really do the tutorial stuff, but that's why it's an honorable mention. So here they are. Doshi's a very useful one because he has some great playlists that are full of references and videos, and he also makes videos about his time learning animation, which funny enough was the inspiration for this video, so thank you. But he's just genuinely inspiring, and when I'm kind of lost with my whole animation, I kind of look at his videos for maybe some things to try out, or, you know, exercises to do. Also, a little side note, he has this animation that he did recently that I thought was just very interesting, and I just wanted to share it for anyone that didn't know. Anyway, so finally onto the references. This is going to be the final part that I show you. Here they are. So Sakuga Boru is a great website for anime references. There's lots of Sakuga clips. It is just Sakuga, so very smooth animations. I do references him a lot. What the hell was it? I do reference him a lot. For example, the hand like touching the floor. That was from Sakuga Boru. But there's lots of other ones. It's great to learn from the masters because the masters are the ones making these animations. So definitely check those out. Another one is Animation Island. This one is great just for learning the basics and giving you some exercises to do. It is not for references. I just wanted to say it because it's a website and not a video. Here are also some YouTube channels which are great for references, for motion, like movements such as backflips, I don't know, walking, throwing a ball, any of these things. These are great for it right here. And yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed talking to you about my journey with animation and showing you what I've been up to with animation, just my practice in general. Once again, shout out to Doshi for the video idea. It inspires me a lot, and that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed just animating. By the time you see this video, I'm probably going to be live a bit later, so maybe see you then, and yeah, bye.